this video, I'm going to be showing you how to calculate the density of 3 different types of questions. So the first question is, the mass of a candle is 20 grams and its volume is 10 centimeters cubed. What is its density? So the first thing that you're going to do is write down your formula. So the formula for density is density equals mass divided by volume. Okay, that's our formula. Mass divided by volume. Now our mass, that needs to be in grams, and the volume needs to be in centimeters cubed. Okay, now in actual fact, 1 centimeters cubed is the same as 1 milliliter. So milliliter as in measuring a liquid, like having 1 milliliter of water left in your water bottle. Okay, that's what I mean by milliliters. This equals the same thing. Now, because 1 centimeters cubed equals 1 milliliters, that means that volume can either be in centimeters cubed or in milliliters for when we're dealing with a liquid. Okay? Now, we need to find out from the question, what is our mass and what is our volume? So we need to go through and reread it. Our mass of the candle is 20 grams. So let's just double check that it's in grams. Yes, yes. So mass equals 20. Now we need to find the volume, and the volume is 10 centimeters cubed. So yes, 10 centimeters cubed is the same as centimeters cubed here. So our volume equals 10. So now that we've checked that both of these are in the right units, we can put it into our formula. So density equals the mass divided by the volume, which is 10. Okay, and knowing what 20 divided by 10 is, I can say that the density equals 2. Now, if you don't feel confident with doing any type of division with any question, then please use your calculator. Okay, it's not going to hurt. If I wanted to put 20 divided by 10 in my calculator, I could do the fraction button and do 20 as my numerator or up the top and 10 as my denominator or down the bottom. And I can write equals and I get 2. Or if you haven't quite gotten into the hang of pressing the fraction button on your calculator, you can just go 20 and then the divide sign and then do 10 and you'll get the same answer. Okay, now our answer is not complete. We would not get full marks if we wrote just 2 because we need units. And the units for density is grams per centimeters cubed. Now the reason why the units are grams per centimeters cubed is because our mass, which is up the top, our numerator, those units are grams. And our volume, which is down the bottom, which is our denominator, well, those units are in centimeters cubed. So see how this is the same as this at the front and the bottom, so this is the same as this at the back. So all these units are, and a division sign in the middle is grams per centimeters cubed, because that's what our units are for mass and volume. So if you're doing a question like this yourselves and you know that to get the density you need the mass divided by volume, but you've forgotten what the units are for density, because looking at this, it can be, you know, quite intimidating looking. Quite a few things you need to remember, or that's what it looks like at least. Just remember, no, I don't need to memorize this, because all I need to know is it is whatever the units for mass is per whatever the units what the volume is. All right, and then we'll get full marks like that. So the second question is, a crystal has a volume of 45 centimeters cubed and a mass of 70 grams. Calculate the density of the crystal. So, same process as before. Write down your formula. Density equals the mass divided by the volume. Okay? Now we need to find what our mass equals and what our volume equals. So let's have another read. A crystal has a volume of 45 centimeters cubed. Just so you don't forget, I'm going to write grams and centimeters cubed or mils, okay? Now, centimeters cubed is the same as this. So yes, we're allowed to use the number 45 as our volume, and the mass is 70 grams. Grams, grams, this is the mass, so we substitute that in here. So our mass is 70. So now we just need to put these values into our formula. Density equals 70 divided by 45. Now you can put it into your calculator either way by pressing this button or just putting it in. I'll press the button and my numerator is 70 and my denominator is 45. Okay? So the answer to that is, to 2 decimal places, 1.56. And our units are this per this. So grams per centimeters cubed. And if you don't want to remember it as per, just think whatever the top is, slash or dash, whatever the bottom is. That's going to make you remember. Okay, lucky last question. For round 1 of footy, James filled his bottle with 500 ml of blue Gatorade. His water bottle has a mass of 1,120 grams. What is its density? Okay, again, we're writing down our formula as our very first step. So density equals the mass divided by the volume. All right. I will write again that this is grams and this is centimeters cubed or milliliters. Let's go back to the question. He filled his bottle with 500 ml of blue Gatorade. So this is the volume of Gatorade that's taking up space in his water bottle. So the volume of Gatorade inside his water bottle is 500 ml. And mils is good because we're allowed to have mils. So our volume is 500 ml. Okay. Now we just need to find out what the mass is. His water bottle has a mass of 1,120 grams. Well, grams, that's allowed because mass needs to be in grams for this formula. So we need to do 1120 grams. So now we can take these values and substitute them into our formula. density equals the mass, this number here, divided by the volume. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put it into my calculator, but I'll do it the other way this time. So 1120 divided by 500, that equals 2.24. Okay, you do not forget your units. And that's how we calculate density.